and 10. They'll throw first play with Penix. He's got this to Bijan Robinson. And no chance to turn and go. That one good for just a couple.
What an advantage it brings a defense when you have cornerbacks that are such willing tacklers. It just brings an extra element to the ability to defend the entire field. And this is a great example here why.
Second down and 8. Pitts is the man in motion. They'll run it for the first time with Bijan Robinson. And nothing doing on that run. They'll get back to the line of scrimmage, nothing more. We have an early third down coming up.
Mike, I have to be honest. When offenses come up with run play designs, blocking the corner is not really a big priority. But in this case, great job not only forcing it on the outside, but defeating the block, coming up and making the tackle, and keeping it to no gain.
On third down, Penix. That one into the hands of Atwell. They get 12 yards on that pass. It's good for a Falcon first down.
These third down conversions are just so important, Mike. Everybody stresses we want to possess the ball, give our offense as much opportunity to end as many drives as we can, scoring points. So if you want to stay on the field, you better be good on third down.
On first down, it's Penix. This ball is intercepted. Tyson Campbell. And he is going to bring this one back. A DB's dream. A pick-6 for touchdown. You get the ball to start the game thinking you'll score on offense. Instead, they allow the defense to be the first on the board in this one.
So now the question is, Mike, do you allow this to linger the rest of the day? You've dug yourself a pretty big hole here to start, but you've got to pick yourself up and realize this game is far from over, and we now got to get the ball back and establish some early rhythm.
(7-0) is our score as this kick is sent into the air. And no chance to return this one through the end zone for a touchback. First and 10. The drive will begin here with a run by Robinson. And this play's going nowhere, taken down behind the line. A great way for this defense to get on the field and get started.
Well, they try to get the run game started here early on this drive, Mike, and they're just going to have to do a better job up front. There's really nowhere for this ball carrier to go. You never want to lose yards on first down, but that's exactly the case here.
On second down, Penix. And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing third down.
This offense is doing everything they can to quiet this crowd, and even though they missed on that long attempt, at least it sets the tone that they're going to continue to attack. If they can come up with a completion on one of those downfield passes, it's going to go a long way to settling themselves into this game.
From the gun, it's Penix. He'll let this go. Deep shot for Atwell. And they are not going to catch up to him. He will score. 72 yards. Touchdown, Atlanta. A beautiful combination in the air there. The pass downfield and bringing it the rest of the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
And it's really just a great route, Mike, and then a beautiful throw. The accuracy of the throw is what allowed the receiver not only to secure the catch, but then be able to turn it up and finish the play and find himself in the end zone.
We're all tied, 7 apiece, and the kick's away. And this one is fielded in the end zone, will not be returned. So it'll come out to the 30.
Rip, 23.
In motion comes Thomas.
Silver.
Right to the air goes Lawrence. And he'll just get rid of this. Smart play to throw it away, and that'll set up second down.
Nice example there, Mike, of the quarterback just being smart with the ball, understanding it didn't quite develop the way he had intended. Throw that ball out of harm's way, live to play another down.
Hey, run.
They'll run, and for the first time, it's Jonathan Brooks. And a good run there. Finds the lane, gets forward. Got 8 yards and sets up a much more manageable 3rd and 2.
Very positive returns on that run. I mean, really, the only thing not to like is that they weren't able to move the chains. But you know what? The way he ran there, I think they go right back to him and see if he has even a bigger carry in him. The idea here for this offense is you're not really thinking necessarily touchdown. You're thinking first down. Let's get a fresh set of downs here and reset. But in this case, they suffer a loss, and it brings up 4th down.
Early big play here. They're going to go for it on 4th down. They do indeed snap it as they'll try and throw. That is incomplete. They took a chance throwing it on 4th and short, but not to be, and they'll turn it over on downs.
You know, Mike, I'm all for being aggressive. There are definitely times where you have to go for it on your side of the field. I'm just not sure if at this point in the game, this was one of them.
Throwing now, Penix on 1st down. To the right, that's Pitts. And they bring him down inside the 25-yard line.
Every once in a while, it just comes down to you need somebody in the huddle to just make a play. And it wasn't a whole lot fancy here. The quarterback just dumps the ball down, a quick underneath completion, and then really it's the yards after catch that did the rest. And that's what it takes. You're not always going to have the perfect play. You're not always going to dial up the perfect play against the perfect look. Sometimes players need to make plays, and that was a good one there.
Look him up on a 2nd down and 8. Now a timeout, Atlanta. That's their first. Pitts is the man in motion. Another run here for Robinson. And he's bottled up after a gain of a yard. Here's 3rd and 7.
Let's go.
From the gun on 3rd down. Here's Penix. That's going to be incomplete. And it'll leave just enough time for one final play in this opening quarter. 4th down, and the Falcons turn to Younghoe Koo for the field goal. This one will be from 37 yards out. Koo's kick is good. And the Falcons will break our tie and take a 10-7 lead. So we are through one on Sunday Night Football. It's the... The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. The return team going to let that one go. It'll go through the end zone. It's a touchback. Here's 1st and 10.
Go, go, let's go. Hey, hey, hey. Hot.
Play action now. It's Lawrence. Completes this one. That's Christian Watson. First time he's caught a ball here tonight, and it is good for a 1st down.
Anytime you're facing a zone defense, you're working from your first progression all the way through. But when guys are open in this level, Mike, they don't stay open very long. So what they taught us as receivers, if you're open, stay open. And if you're not open, you better get open quick because that ball is coming down.
And they'll take this down inside the 35.
Hey, Jupiter, Jupiter. Go, go.
1st and 10 at the 34-yard line.
30 left. There we go.
On 1st and 10, Lawrence. And he'll just get rid of this. Smart play to throw it away, and that'll set up 2nd down.
Here's the quarterback doing everything in his power to extend this play, and none of his guys could get open. You got to see someone separate, work with your quarterback, go into scramble second reaction mode, and let's also give some credit to the back end doing a nice job plastering with their assignment, and he had no choice but to throw it away.
There we go.
Lawrence now on 2nd down. He'll get rid of it and complete it. First time they've looked his way tonight. Good time to do it. It's a 1st down.
This is what every offense looks to do, Mike. They want to attack the middle of the field. That's the most valuable real estate in football. And oftentimes, that's where the chunk plays come. Give it to your receiver on the move and let them do the rest.
Route.
Lawrence now to throw on 1st down. That is intercepted. Picked off by Cam Taylor-Britt.
They'll take over 1st and 10 at their own 13-yard line.
They'll start on the ground with Robinson. He'll work his way ahead for a gain of about 4. Here's 2nd and 6. From the gun, here is Penix. Now he'll run.
You have to admire when quarterbacks are willing to put their head down and fight for some extra yardage, Mike. But sometimes the juice ain't worth the squeeze. Get down, protect yourself, live to play another snap.
Falcons go ahead and take their second timeout. Now a 3rd and 2. Third and 2, and panics. He's going to find his receiver. It's Robinson.
This is a great example of where just having situational awareness is so critical in the huddle. When every one of those receivers, Mike, breaks the huddle and go line up, they've got to know where that first down marker is. If your route calls, get by it, secure the catch, and bring up a fresh set of downs.
They'll throw on first down with Penix. That is caught! And he has got this one all the way down to the 2-yard line.
And after that explosive play, they have a chance to extend their lead even more, and they have had their way. The defense has had no answers for anything they've done in the passing game, and they don't find out a way to slow them down. They could be in for a long game.
They'll run with Robinson. He'll get this forward. No signal. They're going to mark him down at the 1. 2 minutes to play in the first half of a 3-point game. Back with more from Jacksonville after this timeout. Another shot from the 1 on 2nd and goal. One more time, it's Robinson. And he is not going to get to the goal line. In fact, he's even going to lose yards on that play. And now it is 3rd and goal.
2nd and goal this close to the end zone. It makes sense, Mike, to keep the ball on the ground. But what you're not planning for is that you suffer a loss. So give credit to this defense. They've now changed the entire equation. It's 3rd and goal, but they're not so close anymore.
Back at the 3-yard line. 3rd and goal. Off the play fake, here's the lefty Penix. And he's in. Touchdown Falcons. And hold on to that football, young man. That's a keeper. His first NFL touchdown. On is Gotw for the point after. He knocks it through. And the Falcons will get out in front 17-7. So out is Gotw. He'll kick this one away after the touchdown. And no chance to return this one through the end zone for a touchback. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10.
Red on red. 11, 11. Here we go, son.
They go play action for Lawrence. He'll let this one go. Deep for Thomas.
Just doesn't seem to me right now that he's seeing the field very well. I mean, that last possession results in the pick. You'd expect him to come back out here and be a little bit more careful with the ball, find easier completions, find the better matchup. But instead, he puts the ball back in harm's way, and he's lucky that wasn't another interception.
Think right open, open. Silver.
Off the play fake. Here's Lawrence. Catch made right side by Thomas. And he is out of bounds on the other side of midfield. Able to get loose after the catch for more yardage. That'll be a pickup of 21.
11, again.
The man in motion is Watson. A first down throw for Lawrence. Now he'll run it. He'll get a dozen out of that one, scrambling his way to a first down.
Mike, anytime you're preparing to play a quarterback like this, the defense has to be prepared to keep him in the pocket. Once he gets out, we can see clearly why he is such a threat with his legs.
A throw left side, taken in by Thomas. That's his third catch of this first half, and good enough for a first down.
You find yourself in these 2-minute drills, Mike. They're pretty critical moments in the game. They go a long way to deciding the outcome, so it makes a lot of sense. You start looking for your top target, and he comes through for him there.
Right back to Thomas. He's got it again. And the Jags are going to have a first and goal coming up as the tackle's made here at the 3-yard line. Now the Falcons will use their third and final timeout. Clock stops with a little under a minute to go in this second quarter. Well, a chance to get right back in it here. First down and goal. They'll try to run this one in. They'll try to push forward, but only a yard down to the 2. They'll run with Brooks. And this time, he's in. Jonathan Brooks. Touchdown, Jacksonville. That's the 5th touchdown for him on the year. Extra point by Little is good. And the Jaguars are back to within a field goal. It's 17-14. They didn't leave much time on the clock to put together a drive here at the end of the first half. And the kickoff's coming their way. A return now from the 4. He'll get this past the 20 before he's brought down shy of the 25-yard line. Operating from their own 23, they'll begin 1st and 10. Out of the shotgun, it's Penix. Oh, trying to keep the play alive, but it is intercepted. Picked off by Foye Oluokun.
So this is where an offensive play caller needs to come to the rescue of his quarterback, because this defense, they're onto you. They've got 2 picks. They're starting to pick up on your tendencies. They're shifting guys over to counter them. Now you've got to add some wrinkles. Now you've got to throw them a curveball and try to shift back some of that advantage to your side of the ball.
Ready up.
A fresh set of downs to work with. It is 1st down and 10.
Hey, I'm gun. Hey, kill. Smash. Here we go, son.
Working out of the gun, it's Lawrence. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be second down.
Well, it's pretty clear the main reason why they find themselves trailing in this game, Mike, has really just been the inefficiency of this offense and primarily out of the quarterback position. I mean, to complete less than...
That's over the middle and intercepted. Picked off by A.J. Terrell. And he will be brought down on what will be the final play here in this first half. So we're at halftime here on Sunday Night Football as we head downstate to Orlando. And we'll check in with Jonathan Coachman, who's got our EA Sports halftime report. Okay, Coach, thanks a bunch. We'll see which team's adjustment's going to pay dividends here. Like we're going to play a big role in who wins this one. 3 points, all that separates these two sides, as half number 2 kicks off. This one will be taken in the end zone. No run back forthcoming. And the ball coming out to the 30-yard line. On first down, Lawrence. Got a man downfield, it's Thomas. And he will dive into the end zone. 70 yards. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Well, that is a quick drive and the best way to finish it. The touchdown pass downfield. Greg, you rarely see a deep shot like that to start a drive.
You're right, Mike. We don't see it a lot, but I wish we did. It's actually the most efficient and safest down to pass the ball. And in this case, the defense is thinking run, got a lot of defenders up in the box, and they're able to strike deep with a pass play for 6.
The return team going to let that one go. It'll go through the end zone. It's a touchback. So they come to the line for first down and 10. They'll run it here with Robinson. And a nice run there. He'll be stopped just shy of a first down. A pickup of 9.
When the offense broke the huddle in a line, Mike, I think everybody in the stadium knew this was going to be a run, but the offense is kind of saying, okay, line up, I dare you to try to stop us, and right now this defense has no answers.
An enviable spot to operate from. Here's second and inches. They'll go again with Robinson. Trying to find some place to go, but nothing developing. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 1.
And just like that, you go from second and inches, where you think it's pretty much a given that you're going to move the chains, to now finding yourself in third and 2 or 3. Great job by that defense. This completely changes this possession.
Here's 3rd and 2. They'll try to run for it with Robinson. And it looks like he's got enough for the first down. Let's wait for the mark. Yes, that run, that's enough to move the chains.
In real time from up here, Mike, I couldn't tell whether or not he got it at first glance, but I think after seeing the replays we have up here, it looked like he and his blockers got just enough, and they're going to be able to keep this drive alive.
On 1st and 10, it's Penix. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be second down. Looking to throw, it's Penix. This one complete to Atwell. He's got a touchdown on the books from earlier, and that catch gets him a first down.
It's pretty evident, Mike, when a quarterback and his wide receiver are operating on the exact same page. The anticipation, the timing, the accuracy of both the route and the ball. And when they're working together like this, that's the definition of teach tape.
Now the lefty Penix on first down. Quick throw here is complete. And he's close to another first down as he's brought down just shy of the marker.
The drag route. We used to say this is day one install. Every single offense in the NFL has this sort of route, especially for the tight end position. And depending on the speed and the run after catch ability of the tight end, sometimes it can lead to some of the biggest gains.
A good spot here, second and a yard. To throw again, it's Penix. He'll be hit as he throws this time, and it's going to fall incomplete. He might be fortunate just to avoid the sack, and it'll set up a third down.
The biggest issue and why they find themselves trailing in this game, Mike, has really just been the ups and downs of this passing game. At sometimes, he's highly accurate and efficient, but at others, he just misses too many easy throws. The question is, are they going to be able to overcome this quarterback inconsistency and pull this game out? If you send your field goal unit on the field, Mike, it gives you a chance to chip away at this deficit. And I think I'm keeping my offense on the field. I'm going to one of my critical plays on my call sheet. Keep this drive alive. The hope is to come away with 6.
He'll go. It's Robinson. And he's not going to get there. The defense was ready for it, and they stuff him on fourth down. Set to go now on 1st and 10.
13, Luke. Luke. Hey, go.
Off the play fake. He'll look to throw. First down throw there is incomplete.
It's pretty remarkable at this stage, Mike, that they're even winning this game. I mean, anytime a quarterback is completing less than 50% of his throws, you just don't see that very often, and it just seems like time and time again, this quarterback and his intended targets, they're just not on the same page. Where a defender makes his tackles tells you a lot about his abilities, and for an interior defensive lineman, Mike, to make plays on the outside of the formation just speaks to his speed, his effort, his ability to run down the line, and we saw it here, and he takes the back down for a loss.
Laying out, and he made the catch. What a play. Now a timeout, Atlanta. That's their first.
I think in this field position, Mike, when 4th and short, I think you got to go for it. I think there's at least a conversation going on the sideline about whether you keep your offense on the field or send out your punt unit.
The punter remains on the sideline. They're going to line up and go for it on 4th down. They'll try it now with Brooks. And he's going to have a Jags first down as he pushes forward for a couple on 4th and inches.
This play should always end up converting a 4th down, especially at this distance. But you can't tell me there weren't some nerves on that sideline as they sent that play in to snap it. But fortunately, nothing to worry about. The offense gets it done.
And he'll just get rid of this. Smart play to throw it away, and that'll set up 2nd down.
So defensively, there's always the initial pass coverage plan, and then when that breaks down and the quarterback goes into scramble mode, how fast can you then move on to the second phase and what they call plaster, meaning find the nearest receiver and almost play a man-to-man. And it's exactly what they did here, and there was nowhere for the ball to go, and he's forced to just throw it away.
That's into the hands of Jonathan Brooks. And they'll get about 8 out of that one, but still a little work to do now on third down. They'll try and run it with Brooks. And that call will not get it done. The defense ready, stopping him behind the line of scrimmage. It sets up fourth down.
Go. Take right open.
They'll try to run. And he's going to have the Jaguars first down. They'll wind up getting 7 on 4th and 3.
30 left. Hey, run.
From the shotgun, it's Lawrence. To the right side, he's got Ingram, the tight end. And he's out of bounds here. It's a big pickup at the end here of the third quarter of play.
Falcons 17.
So they move inside the 20, 1st and 10 at the 18. They'll run it right here with Brooks. And not much there. He's back to the original line. No gain on that one.
You could just see the frustration on the running back's face as he's getting helped up off the ground. Like there was just nowhere to go from the moment he was handed the ball. Give credit to the defense. Great job.
They'll try again here. 2nd and 10.
Hey, Lion. Great job.
In motion comes Thomas.
Hey, check that. Here we go, sir.
Another try with Brooks. And he'll get this ahead. Gain of about 4, and it leads to third down.
Hey.
To throw is Lawrence. He's got a man. That's Watson. And the Jaguars are going to have a 1st and goal coming up. They try to finish off this drive with 6 points. Here's a run. This defense back up but stepping up. No gain on the play. It stays at the 3.
These edge rushers, they are judged by their sack totals, Mike. They love to rush the passer. But they have responsibilities in the run game as well. Great job here, keeping it to no gain.
In motion comes Thomas.
Go. Big alert.
On 2nd down, they'll run. And he'll go down back at the 4-yard line.
You know at this point the defense has to sell out and stop the run. You know exactly what the offense is trying to get accomplished by keeping the ball on the ground. But now the question remains, are they willing to take some risk here and put the ball in the air on 3rd down? Or do they play it safe and keep running the clock by keeping the ball on the ground?
They'll run. This defense standing up in the red zone. They stop him for no gain. And now it's 4th and goal. Back to throw. Lawrence. And that's going to be incomplete. They roll the dice, 4th and goal, but they're going to wind up being turned away by the defense.
These are the opportunities when they present themselves, you have to capitalize. And in this case, it was the defense that forced the turnover on downs and kept them out of the end zone.
The drive will begin here with a run by Robinson. Not much to speak of on that one. Maybe a gain of a yard. It's 2nd down. Throwing is Penix. Hit as he threw it. The pass is incomplete. Work to do. The crowd helping the defense. Third down and 9. They'll drop to throw. He's got his tight end. That's Pitts. 15-yard pickup there. First down, Atlanta.
All right, this is a good start. Plays like these are definitely going to help as you work your way into scoring range. While you have to be wary of the clock and keep an eye on it, they should have plenty of time here to finish this drive.
Plenty of time, plus 2 timeouts at their disposal. It's 1st and 10. They'll run with Robinson. And he'll work forward for about 3. It's 2nd down. The Jags will use the first of their timeouts here. Get the stoppage with just over 50 seconds to go in this one. Here is 2nd and 7.
Let's go now.
Atwell sent in motion here. On 2nd down, here's Penix. He gets it into the hands of Atwell. He'll get about 6 before he's taken down. Third and 2, and Penix. He manages to get the throw away and completes it. Whoa. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield.
As the saying goes, Mike, you need your big-time players to make big-time plays, and the moment doesn't get bigger than this. Find yourself down. A touchdown gives you a chance to win this thing in regulation, and I think they got a shot.
This offense still has the 1 timeout to use. 1st and 10 coming up now. From the gun, here is Penix. That is incomplete, so the task gets more difficult. Time for maybe 2 plays. That's it.
So you're a couple inches away from, instead of celebrating a touchdown with your boys on the sideline, you're trotting back to the huddle with your tail between your legs. And that's the fine line between success and failure in the NFL. And the reality is, he knows it, the sideline knows it, the huddle knows it. At this level, you've got to make that play.
Penix going to throw again. He'll let this go deep for the end zone. That'll be incomplete. And now we are down to likely just 1 more play.
In these critical moments of the game, Mike, you always turn to your best players, and that's exactly what they did here, and they just weren't able to connect. Give this defense a lot of credit. They knew when it was crunch time, where did this quarterback want to look? And they were ready, and they took him away.
What about this crowd getting even louder before 3rd and 10? Now the Falcons will use their 3rd and final timeout. get out of here with